I'm with Southwest Airlines. I'm an analyst in our communications department. Glad to be here today to talk to you guys about social media at Southwest and how it fits into our marketing and communications mix. And I'll give you a couple examples of how we're using social media and how we measure the impact and the value that it has. I've been at Southwest for about 5 years. My background is actually in business and marketing, and I came to the team, started in public relations, and I've been there before social media and now as it's developed and become a real integral part of our communications team. I'll give you a quick look at kind of where we've been over the years. We got our start in social media. We like to trace it back to the spring of 2006. That's when we launched our corporate blog, and that's about Southwest. If you haven't been to our corporate blog, you can find it on the web. It's blogsouthwest.com. In May of 2007, we started our first integrated effort with our marketing counterparts and formed sort of a cross-functional team to think about what can we do in the social media space, where do we need to be going. In May of 2008, so almost 2 years after we first launched our corporate blog, we went through a blog makeover where we added a lot of new social media elements to the blog. So we added a place where you had YouTube videos on our homepage, we had Flickr feed streaming in, and just made it a little bit more interactive, added some new multimedia elements to it. And then in August of 2008, we officially created our social media team, which was determined that that would live in our communications department. We had 4 full-time employees dedicated to managing social media content. So that was anywhere from managing the blogs that we posted to our corporate blog, managing that community, providing videos and podcasts, all the different multimedia elements, and then also managing the communication on other sites like Facebook and Twitter that we've talked a lot about today. Southwest has been highly recognized in the communications field, particularly with the PR space and how we're using social media. Our corporate blog has been ranked one of the best PR blogs for 4 years running. This past year it was entered into the Public Relations Hall of Fame. We've been recognized by PR Week as one of the top 5 companies that really gets social media and recognized for our commitment to engaging with our consumers in this space. But where we're at now, I'm going to talk to you guys just a little bit about some of the sites that we're most actively participating in: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Foursquare. Here's a look at our Facebook page. How many of you guys have liked Southwest Airlines on Facebook? Anyone in here? Awesome. Well, we have about 900,000 fans. We're trying really hard to get to 1 million fans. Once we reach 1 million fans, we have a big surprise plan. So if you haven't liked us, go out there and help us get to our goal. Tell your friends. But we use Facebook in a number of different ways. We promote fare sales on Facebook. We provide corporate news announcements. We interact with our customers and provide a lot of multimedia content. I'll go into a little bit later the different roles, how communications interacts with social media, how marketing interacts with social media, and then our customer relations role. But basically, just top line, communications acts as the voice of these channels. So if you think of how a spokesperson acts in the traditional media space as the voice of your company, our online spokespeople and our social media team are the voice of these channels as well. Here's a look at our corporate Twitter page. We only have one Twitter account. I know a lot of companies have branched out and will have multiple Twitter handles that focus on different areas of the business. We only use one. We like to centralize our brand and keep it all in one place, much like our fares. So you can only buy Southwest fares at southwest.com. We only have one Facebook page and one Twitter page. But similarly to how we use Facebook, Twitter is used to talk about fare sales. It's used to talk about rapid reward programs, any kind of contest, promotions, company news. We get asked a lot, what do we do on Twitter? So we have a top 10 list of the most frequently used things on Twitter. We monitor keywords, so we're always looking on Twitter for Southwest Airlines. What are people saying about us? What are people saying about our competitors? We're responding to their questions, so if someone is traveling and they lost a bag and they let us know about it on Twitter, we can't find their bag on Twitter probably in 140 characters, but we can get them in touch with our customer relations team, and customer relations can help them find their bag. If they had a bad experience on Southwest, then we can apologize to them and start a conversation to turn that bad experience into a good experience.